everyone, welcome back to Bookish Nook. So I know I've been absent for quite a while now, but I haven't been able to find the motivation to make videos. It was just starting to feel like a job and I didn't want that. So I decided to take a step back for a few weeks, so hopefully I can get back into the groove of things, and hopefully this book haul will kick that off. So let's just dive in. The first few books I borrowed from a few friends, and the first one being Searching for Someday by Jennifer Probst. I have no idea what this is about other than it's like a matchmaker sort of adult romance. The person that I borrowed it from, we have very similar taste in new adult and adult romance books, so I trusted her judgment when she said that I would love this. I also borrowed the second book in the Odd Thomas series by Dean Koontz, Forever Odd, by a friend. I really enjoyed the first book. It's really quirky and fun, so I cannot wait to dive into this world again. And I also borrowed the graphic novel In Odd We Trust. I think this is like a prequel, or it's in between the first and second book, but either way, it looks fun and fast read. While perusing Kijiji, the book section, I came across for $20 The Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan. I also got the first book paperback, but I already owned it in hardcover, so this just completes my collection. I got the third and second book, Serpent's Shadow and the Throne of Fire. I cannot wait to read this. This is the last of Rick Riordan's books that I have to read, and it also came with the survival guide for the Kane Chronicles. I've never read anything like this. I might just look through it really quickly, but I mean, other than that. Well, at Value Village, I found Stone Mattress by Margaret Atwood, which is a collection of 9 tales. This book is like regular $30 for regular price, and I got it for $5 at Value Village, so you can't go wrong. I cannot wait to read this. Margaret Atwood is a phenomenal writer, so this is going to be nothing but exceptional. I also picked up A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Of course I had to pick this up. Everyone has been just raving about it, and it's been just blowing up here on BookTube, so I cannot wait to read it. Although I might read it a little bit later so that it's closer to the release of the sequel, so that I'm not sort of just left hanging. I also picked up End of Days by Susan E., which is the third and final book in the Penguin and the End of Days trilogy. I absolutely love this book. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. It was a phenomenal conclusion to an absolutely breathtaking trilogy, although I wish it didn't finish because I wanted more of Penguin and Raffi, because their relationship is amazing and so great, and this book was just so amazing. So if you haven't read this series, definitely go pick it up because you will not be disappointed. I also picked up The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. I have no idea how to pronounce her last name, so I am incredibly sorry. But I have read this already, and I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was beautiful. Her writing style is absolutely breathtaking and so beautiful. It's poetic and lyrical, and there are 1,000,001 quotes in here that are worth singling out because they're just so beautiful. The one thing that I didn't like about this book was it sort of felt like insta-love to me. I don't know why, it just felt like that, but I mean, other than that, the story is amazing. And then I got Hide and Seek Her by H.B. Strumbo. The author sent this to me in exchange for an honest review, and I have read this book, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. I am planning on doing a full video review for this soon, hopefully, so look out for that. But essentially, this is about a woman who is sort of living her life as an interior decorator or designer. I think designer is the proper term for it. And she meets this guy, but her past is sort of catching up with her. And it's not like your typical, she's running from her past because she was hurt. It's a little more serious than that. And our main character isn't helpless and useless like most main protagonists in that kind of story are. So this one is definitely something to look out for and to consider reading because it is worth the read. The last few books I picked up from Book Outlet, which I'm super excited for. So the first book is Prototype by M.D. Waters. This is the second book to Archetype, and this is a duology, and it's supposed to be like a psychological thriller, I think. I've been waiting for Book Outlet to get this on their site so I can buy it because I bought the first one there, and I can just binge read the duology because what better way is there to read? I took a gamble on a scratch and dent copy, and this came in perfect condition. So either the scratch and dent copy was not a really scratch and dent copy, or they screwed up, but either way, thank you, because it's perfect and it matches the first book on my shelf. I also picked up Ashes to Ashes by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian. This is the third and final book to the Burn for Burn trilogy. I started reading it this morning actually, and I'm about 60 pages in, and it's okay so far. I really enjoyed the first one, the second one not so much, because the story is taking a turn that I don't really like, but I am excited to see where it goes from here. So I also picked up And We Stay by Jenny Hubbard. I first heard this over at Witty Novels. I'm pretty sure this book is about a girl whose boyfriend was like a school shooter, and she changes school and sort of has to deal with the repercussions. I don't know if that's the actual synopsis, but that's what I've gleaned from hearing other people talk about it. It's a pretty short book, and I figured why not give it a go because it does sound interesting. And the last book I got is The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen. And the reason I picked this up is because I have never read a Sarah Dessen book in my entire life. So I figured I should probably pop that cherry and dive right into this. I looked on some Goodreads sort of list about Sarah Dessen, and The Truth About Forever was the highest rated book, so I figured might as well start with this one. So these, let's see if I can do this. Okay. I don't know. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, maybe. So these are all the books that I got last month. Let me know down below if you've read any of these and what you thought. Thanks for watching. Bye.